Hello everybody, Big Mike, CarBuyerUSA. I got Billy C with me today. What we want to talk to you about, you want to pay attention. You want to learn something here. Please do not lose your car to a storage yard. If your vehicle got impounded, we don't need to know how or why. Obviously, somebody made a mistake, but the car's locked up somewhere and it's on the clock. You're paying storage every day. If you don't get the car, they will own the car. Storage yards, the storage industry, it's not my favorite part of the automobile industry. A lot of the storage facilities that are out there, not easy to do business with, unscrupulous, not exactly the best, the shining apple in the bushel. They're not the shiny apple. So what we're here to talk to you about today is how to prevent the loss of your vehicle if you do not have the cash to get that vehicle out of a storage facility. So I know, Bill, you had a couple things you want to share. We covered this in part one, but we want to dial it up a little bit and encourage people. Look, you've got resources out there. We're one of them. How can we help people, Bill?
Well, Mike, the most common way that a vehicle ends up in a storage yard is it's in an accident, it's towed from the scene. The tower usually has an arrangement with the city or the county whereby they not only get reimbursed for the tow fee, but they're able to charge daily storage on that vehicle. So in a small area, in a rural area, that storage might be $25 a day. Somewhere like New York City or San Francisco, it might be $150 a day. So if for whatever reason, you've got to get that car out yourself, let's just say that your insurance lapsed or the claim was denied, is every day that goes by, your equity is being consumed by that storage yard. So we often have people call and say, hey, my car's damaged, it's been in an accident, would you guys buy it from me? The answer is yes. You know, if there's equity in the vehicle, if there's a way to pay off their loan and get them money, we can help them. But oftentimes we have people, well, I kind of want to think about it and I want to talk it over. Well, let me tell you, if $100 a day, you don't want to think about it too much. If you think about it for 2 weeks, that's $1,500. So we've actually experienced this, Mike. You probably remember, we had an employee that took a vehicle, a really cool BMW M5, unauthorized. They took it out, they got arrested, the car was impounded. We own the car. Title's in our name, business licenses in our name. You, me, and Brady went to that storage yard to go pick up the car. They would not give us the car. They had every excuse, every reason why not to give us the car. It's really simple. Their business model is to delay. If they can get you to come back the next day or the next week, they're going to score another $500-600. So they do not want to make it easy to pick up a car. They want you to have a power of attorney. They want you to have a copy of the title. They want you to have a copy of the registration. Well, maybe you don't have a copy of the registration. It's in the car. Well, sorry, I can't help you. That's our property right now. So there are a lot of obstacles to getting a car out of impound, but we have the ability, we have relationships with a lot of these facilities where we can get an expedited release, something that you as a consumer probably couldn't do. And that's just because we're doing repeat business there. So basically what we do is we get, hey, what's owed against the car? We're going to get a check cut for that. Someone that's been in a difficult situation, they may not have the money to pay the storage. You know, there are a lot of scenarios where you can get there. The most common one's an accident, but there's other things. There's DUI. If you had a DUI, the car may get impounded. If you parked in somebody's parking lot when you went to a restaurant and it said, by the way, if this is not an authorized location to park your car, this towing company is who's going to tow your cars. They do it. They make money. It's business. It's what they do. So we're able to expedite and ease the release process, get the vehicle into a storage-free environment, get the car paid off, get the title from the customer, get everyone down the road.
You know, I'm smiling over here because I'm one of those guys that I got a car impounded. And I was there on business, working for Manheim as an executive, entertaining clients around holiday time. And somebody said, after a long night of partying and celebrating and enjoying our time together, our fellowship, let's go to Portillo's. It's a famous hot dog place downtown Chicago. And there's no place to park, and it was late. And we parked the car in a place we shouldn't have. It was a rent-a-car, and sure enough, we came back and the car was gone. 3 hot dogs each later, the car was missing. And the unique thing about Chicago is the storage contract that the storage and tow company has, they can demand cash only. They won't take a debit card, they won't take a credit card. You've now got to find an ATM at 1 o'clock in the morning somewhere. Go get enough cash. So if you've got a daily limit on your withdrawal of $350 and you need $500 in cash, you're in trouble. I mean, you're sleeping in a hotel that night. So, I mean, it's a tough situation, but we have the ability to get a cash release in Chicago. Not at 1 o'clock in the morning, but the next day. So, as Bill mentioned, time is not your friend. If your car's an impound, you've got to be decisive and you've got to be fast. We can be your friend and we can help you. Now, there's some circumstances where maybe we can't help you. If the car's rolled over and it's an older car with 250,000 miles on it, it's a scrap car, it's gone. I mean, the storage and impound charges are going to exceed the value of the car at that point. You might owe $20,000 more than the car's worth. You're upside down and you have no way to pay that. Well, in that particular case, you may not have the ability to sell the car. We can get that car out of that storage environment to a storage-free environment, and you can figure out how to pay the charges to get that car back, or the bank may work on a short sale with you. That happens all the time. I don't know if you want to go into that a little bit, Bill, what a short sale is, but I think in the cases of somebody with a vehicle that's impounded, we're a great resource for them. And it's not, we don't hold anybody hostage. If you want your car back, make us square on the advanced charges and you can get your car back. So
yeah, it's a great point. Well, I mean, I think you're right, Mike, is we can't help everybody. So if the car's worth $500 and it's got $2,000 worth of storages, unfortunately, you're best to just let them file a storage lien against it and get ownership rather than try to pay that $2,000. They have the right to do that. That lien is superior to any other liens that may be on the car. So that's going to wipe out their lender. That's going to wipe out their equity. There are cases where maybe if the car has a little more value, but it's still in a negative situation with a lender, is we do have some lenders that understand, hey, these loans were extended in a period of inflated asset values. This consumer really doesn't have the ability to repay or trade. Is they sometimes will work with the consumer and sell and let them out of the loan for less than the principal balance. So we do see that. It does happen. It's not a sure thing, but they will work with customers that are in a difficult situation, because for them, they view it as that's better than a repo. They've got to lay out a lot of money to go secure the vehicle, get it back, resell it. As if they could get what they think is a fair return on their loan balances, they will consider that.
Yeah, that's a great point. I think what's really important for the consumer to understand, and nobody plans for these kind of things to happen. It's like you don't plan to have an accident, you don't plan to have your car impounded, but in the event that the car is impounded, get pictures of the car, all four sides of the interior, get something. Now, some storage yards, the people there are understanding and they will help you. Just let them know you don't have the money to pay it and you're going to have to sell the car, and they might give you access to the car. Take some pictures, get with us, and we'll see if we can help you. Some storage yards won't even let you take pictures of your car. They will not let you take your personal effects out of the car. So, it just depends on where the area is, but, we're a great resource for you. Don't lose your car. Please don't lose your car to being indecisive, shopping around, looking for family and friends advice. We did another video, and it happens every week. It breaks my heart, but this gal lost a $12,000 Toyota Corolla because in this particular jurisdiction, 60 days, if a storage yard has your vehicle for 60 days in their possession, on the 61st day, they can apply for a title to your car. Whether the storage was only $1,800. She didn't have the money to pay it, and she didn't get with us fast enough, and she wanted to shop around. Day 61 showed up, she lost her car. $12,000 Toyota Corolla. So please be fast, be decisive, and it's okay, we'll help you. We're transparent, be transparent with us, and give us an opportunity to help you.